going rough enough.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another random commentary. This is going to be a commentary I'm doing over a game that I played as Gangplank, Special Forces Gangplank, and I really want to share this one with you guys because this is not just any Gangplank game. This is mid-plank. Now hold on, let me just figure out where I am. So I'm Q. So I really want to share this gameplay with you guys because I feel like this lane is extremely strong. Every single time I run this Gangplank middle, I do good. And I mean, for obvious reasons, but regardless, I really want to share it with you guys because getting Bruiser's middle lane lately has been quite a trend. So this is something I just want to put out there just so you guys can start thinking about it, maybe even try it because it's really, really strong. But I do want to release full gameplay of me playing this live you know, very shortly, so that you guys can not only see this, you know, just kind of to get your minds rolling and thinking about this, but really see me do it live, really see me how I, you know, decide to do things, how I change things up, and just how I really just play this while I'm actually talking to you guys as I'm playing, not recording over a previous game. The reason I was trying to record over the previous game is because I do really good in this game, and I really thought that this game would be a nice way to kind of kickstart off the trend of middle Gangplank, and then I'll follow it up with a live gameplay. So the runes that I run in this guy are flat armor pen reds, flat armor pen quints, and I pretty much do half yellow are I believe armor, and then half yellow are mana regen, something like that. And then for blues, half of them are flat magic resistance, and half of them are flat or magic resistance per level, something like that. But you can always lol king me and you can check it out. It's the page is called like treasure page or something like that, so you can definitely check it out and see what runes I run on him. But that's something like that. Masteries, I go pure offense, and then I believe offense, and then 9 points in utility, getting the mana regen. So now, you know, his Q does give mana back every time you kill a champ or a minion, so it's really nice. It's kind of like anti-style, you know. But what I really like about him is how aggressive he is in lane. Look at this. I walk up to card this. I just auto-attack him because my passive deals more damage, and I just keep queuing him. So I Q, auto-attack, Q, and it's like, look at that. I mean, he's already zoned, right? What can he do? He can't really do anything. So let's play it on ×2 speed. And, I mean, I rush Trinity Force. That's the first thing I get. It's really, really strong on him. It's amazing. And it just works out extremely, extremely well. So, personally, I think that's just the best item on him. I actually get the Sheen first. I think that's the best one to get first because in lane, your Q does proc the Sheen effect. So whenever you throw your Q on them, the Sheen effect will go on top of the champion as well with your Q. You don't have to go and do an auto attack. It'll go on with your Q. So really nice. Skill level, I go Q, E, W. I tried doing EQ, but I don't like it as much. I like the Q first. It's better, nicer. So here's a pretty funny one. So I thought the Maokai rather is gonna keep going down, but he didn't. He actually stayed there. So Nunu does die. He gives up first blood, but I do end up picking up a kill on the Maokai. Get the blue buff off of them, and then my team is down here ready to help me out. So I'm kind of pretty much safe for that. But I did get a free blue buff, even though we did lose first blood. But whatever. This is gonna help me snowball my lane even more. So let's put on ×2 speed one more time. Oh, this Karthus actually tries going for me here. See, I'm running, I'm juking him around and everything. I know where he's gonna go. He flashes over, and I still juke him around, barely dodging those Qs. And I turn around for him. I'm gonna keep making him waste his mana because I know he's almost low, and he just has his E on for no reason. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make you waste your mana, and I'm just gonna finish you off with my Q, and that's exactly what I do, and I run away. Maokai's coming over here, but he can't really do anything because this is why I like mid Gangplank. It's hard to gank him. Whenever Maokai, for example, will use the snare on you, you pop that orange, and you are good to go, and it's really, really nice. So the reason I like, hey, like, he goes under me, no problem, pop the orange, and he just took heavy damage from the turret in my Q. Now the reason I like flat armor pen on Gangplank is quite simple. I remember Afternoon was talking about this himself. Champions that rely more on skills doing the damage rather than auto attacks, you want to get more armor pen on, or at least rune wise. Champions that rely more on auto attack damage than skill damage will want to get flat AD. Gangplank to me requires more on his Q than his auto attacks, and I'm going to be using my Q mainly to attack. Plus my E gives me passive AD, even you know, just passively, and then I can proc the E and I'll get even more AD. And it's really, really cool. As you can see, I'm just going on the card that's doing some serious damage to him. I mean, he can't do anything. I'm completely zoning him. My CS is what? 38. He's at 22, so almost doubling him. And as you can see, I have the Sheen first, and it's really, really strong. Gives you that extra mana. Your orange heals you for a bit more. Your ulti does a bit more damage, but at the same time, your Q deals truckload damage. It deals an insane amount of extra damage once you get that Sheen. Like, watch me, watch. I want to walk up to him. Okay, maybe not this one, but very soon I want to walk up to him. I want to Q him. Look how much damage he does. Let me fast forward and see when that happens. I know I'm trying to bait him right here. I'm pretty sure I go on him right here, right there. Bang! I mean, look at that chunk. It's chunking him. Maokai comes in, but they can't really do anything. I walk through the thing. I can just pop my orange and I can just like walk away. But Karthus just, I don't know. He feels like he's too tanky. He feels tanky. He walks up to me. I'm like, all right. If you think you can tank me, I'll just turn around and I'll kill you. I mean, look at that chunking the Maokai even as well. It's pretty crazy. So Maokai does go under turret, he flashes away. I'm not going to go after that because I know I'll die, but I do end up killing him, as you can see. I'm going to fast forward a bit. Bang! No problem, and then I still died. I died to turret though, so that's good. But regardless. So middle gangplank, extremely strong. Middle's already pretty hard to gank in my opinion, just because of the narrow, or it's a narrow lane, and it's not as easy as like top lane to gank. But at the same time, I have my W, so whenever I do get CC'd in the gank, I pop the W and I am good to go. And also, since he's kind of a bruiser, my Q is just a lot of harass for any middle AP person to handle, as you can clearly see on the Karthus, which is really, really nice. You want to sometimes pop your E before you use your Q, because you pop the E and then you get extra AD, because, for example, my E right now gives me 8 attack damage. If I use the E, I get 12 attack damage, so it's almost double, almost, not exactly, but it's pretty close, and it's really, really nice. So I get the double buff, I get the red buff from their enemy jungle, and I walk into lane, and look at that truckload damage, bam, half HP already. Red buff with Gangplank is really good because his Q, again, applies on hit effects. So here Nunu kind of goes in, he tries doing something, but Karthus' ult does kill him. I can't stop Karthus' ult, unfortunately, but I mean, I am more than enough to be able to finish that Maokai. But like I was saying, Gangplank's Q does proc on hit effects, so it'll proc the Sheen, it'll proc a Phage, it'll proc, I don't know, Ionic Spark, and it'll proc the red buff. And on top of that, I have my passive. If you don't know what his passive does, Gangplank's basic attacks apply poisons, lowering movement speed by 7% and dealing 11 magic damage, stacks up to 3 times. So think about it, I throw my Q, not only do they get that passive on them, but they also get the red buff on them, and he's going to take some nice and heavy dot. Look at his HP is going down immensely. I mean, just from dot damage, just from nothing, it's just pretty much free extra damage for me on top of my Q burst, which is really, really good. Let me fast forward this a bit more, nothing interesting happening yet. I think I go after him very shortly. I pop my ulti and I just Q him and he dies, I think. Let me see what happens. So his Q is landing on me pretty well. Yeah, here, I pop it. Bam, auto attack, and he's dead. I'm not going to go through the wall, but I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. But luckily, Soraka is going to pop a heal on me, because I kind of turned around for this Maokai, but Nunu kind of not sure what he's doing there. We could have killed him, but regardless, Soraka's ulti did maybe save me there. I'm not sure if it did or not, but it did help a lot. Also, another thing to note. Bloodthirster on this guy is good because your Q, like I said, will proc on hit effects. It'll give you life leech. Every time you Q someone, you'll get the life leech from the Bloodthirster or the Vampiric Scepter, which is really, really good. So as you can see, I got the Trinity Force, I rushed it, I didn't even get level 2 boots, I just went straight for the Trinity Force, and this is pretty much all you need. Sometimes I like going pure defense after this, sometimes I like going just pure offense after this. It depends how good I'm doing. If I'm doing really, really good, I'll probably go pure offense, and then I'll top it off with the G8. If I'm not doing so hot, and I think I need some bruiserness to me, I will get Trinity Force, and I'll go maybe for a Randiums or something tanky. That's just how I'm going to do it. It's pretty simple. If I'm going to go the path of offense, I will probably get a Bloodthirster and a Infinity Edge. I think Infinity Edge is better because Infinity Edge gives you extra crit chance and your crits deal a lot more damage. And usually I do rely on my crits to kind of kill some people, you know. I like to go up to them, I like to throw my Q, and I like to watch them crit them and kill them. But here I kind of feel the flash. Oh, not so bad. But I still get my Q on him just barely, and then chunk it. Chunk that. And this Karthus, I don't think he even kills me actually. I pretty much start dodging his Qs or something. Yeah, he's gonna channel his ulti, and I eat an orange, and I just barely survive it. No problems. Very nice. So, what was I saying? I was saying, oh yeah, if I go pure offense build, I am gonna go for usually IE just because it offers so much to my Q. But sometimes I do miss the life leech effect from Bloodthirster because, I mean, I do a lot of damage, but I don't have anything to sustain me on it. I don't have anything to keep me in the fight longer or anything like that. And sometimes when I do go that path, I miss the life leech, and I kind of feel like I wish I had some more life leech. So if I can, if I'm really fed, I'll go for Trinity, IE, and Bloodthirster, or Bloodthirster IE. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But if I'm not doing so hot, or I'm not really super fed or anything like I am in this game, I'll probably just go to the IE and then defense. Or if I just feel like I want to get bruiserness and I feel like the rest of the team can do enough damage, I'll just go for Trinity and then I'll go straight defense from there, like Randiums, I don't know, GA, Force of Nature, you know, etc. So that's pretty much the build I usually do. I always max Q, E, W, and then ulti whenever you can. I go flash ignite just because it's really useful in lane. And look at this, I walk up to him, bang, bang, I mean, and then another Q. Look at that, no problem. Half HP, even less than half HP, without any effort. It's really, really strong. So I think Gangplank in general is just actually really, really good right now. And I think this skin makes me even better. So, as you can see, I have an BF sword, so I am going for that. I can't remember if I go for, or rather, IE or Bloodthirster. I'm not sure which one I go for, but regardless, I mean, I'm going to be doing base damage. So Corki does a nice pickup on me. I know I'm dead, so I kind of walked back in there because he had to ignite on me to finish me off. But I wanted to get him, maybe a nice crit in there, maybe, I don't know, Nunu or someone could do something. But unfortunately, nothing happened. So let me fast forward it. And then Vlad dies. So now I have my Bloodthirster, and I want to go and farm it up on the minions. As you can see, like, it crits so much. Like, this guy crits like a truck. And I really like getting the green pot on him because it just deals a lot of damage, and it's really, really useful to do that. In team fights, I mean, you always want to go for the squishies, but you want to kind of play him sort of sniper-like at the time, because you want to chill in the back, you want to just keep spamming as many Qs as you can before you actually go in the fight, so you can weaken them as much as you can, and then you walk into the fight and you raise them. So here's the Karthus. I mean, I caught my ulti, my slow for my passive is way too much for him to be able to do anything on top of the red buff, and I just pick him up without any problems. And on top of the red buff and my passive slow, I have my ulti, which slows him even more. It makes it almost impossible to get out of that situation unless you have some sort of flash ability, or the flash itself. So it's really, really, really good. As you can see, I don't even have level 2 boots yet. I have a BF sword, I mean a Bloodthirster, and I have a Trinity Force, and I still don't have level 2 boots. So here I go after this Kha'Zix, who's been doing pretty strong top lane, and I'm like, alright, he needs to die, so I kind of go after him, and I deal some immense damage. I mean, seriously, what could he have done there? It's just way too much for him to do anything about it. I'm already 12-2, so I'm completely fed. And I mean, Kha'Zix was 4-1-1, which is not too bad either, but I'm just way ahead of that. So it's just really strong. I want to go back. I get the agility cloak, as you can see, because I want to get that crit chance. I love critting on the Gangplank. I love being able to watch my Qs chunk people down. That's pretty much what I like to build them around. And I feel like this build does that very well. Even if I don't go for straight damage after the Trinity Force, it still does some nice damage. So I got the Ionian boots. Usually I'll get the Ninja Tabby just because I feel like it's perfect. Oh, here, the Leona flashes away. I popped my ulti, and then look at this. This was actually pretty crazy. I thought I was going to die right here. Bam. This is where I thought I was going to die. I switched to the Corki. I crit him for 727 damage, and he just got chunked. Like, I legitimately thought I was dead there when I was playing the game, until I auto-attacked Corki and threw my Q, and he literally flew from 60% HP to 0 instantly. Like, I don't even know how or what happened, but I just crit the hell out of him, and he got destroyed. And it's just that good. It's just that strong. I mean, I am fed, but regardless, it's just that strong, and it can get that strong. Let's fast forward this a bit more. So like I said, red buff is really good on him. Blue buff, not so essential, but red buff is amazing on him. So it's like a lot of action going bottom, but I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm going to keep farming this middle, and I'm going to try and carry this game. This game actually becomes a little more difficult to carry than I thought it would be, but, you know, it ends up being not too bad. So here's another fight. We go after them, and you know, the Kha'Zix, I mean, not much problems there as well. So I'm here, I'm just farming. I get all my HP back from the Bloodthirster, which is really nice, and I try going for a Q on the Corki, but unfortunately I couldn't because he's too far under turret. Let's fast forward this a bit more. So, I mean, I want to try doing a lot of new kind of things middle lane, and I want to share them with you guys if I ever find one that I really like. So like this GP, I've been running it a lot. I even bought the skin just because I like it so much, and I really, really like it, so I really want to share it with you guys, and I hope you guys will pick it up and just kind of abuse it and just have fun with it because it's really strong. Hopefully you guys will get an even better idea of how to do it when I release my full gameplay video or live video. I went to the Karthus right there, easily picked him up. Went to this Leona. I mean, come on, my Q just destroyed her, and there's nothing else I can do. Bang! I just crit the fuck out of them. It's just that simple. You crit the hell out of them. Now that I know I'm really, really strong, and I know I have a huge bounty on my head, and I cannot die, I'm gonna go straight for a GA. This is the perfect time for a GA. Even getting the IU is already kind of pushing, but now is no question about it. You get the Baron, no problem. I have 400 AD roughly. That's pretty immense. And here's another fight. We go after the Kha'Zix, and I crit him right there. Bang! Throw that Q, it crits, and he's just dead instantly. Go after the Maokai, Vayne just barely picks him up. Now I'm going after the Karthus. I get greedy here though. I get really greedy here, and I don't make it out of this one unfortunately, because I thought the Corki and the Leona weren't really that strong, or just were weak and weren't able to really do anything, or you know, I don't know. I just pretty much got greedy there. And then Vlad, I don't know what Vlad did here. He actually pretty much did every single skill he had, and then he popped ulti, which is kind of like the opposite of what you want to do. But that was whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. He fucked up maybe. He said something to do with his keyboard and didn't go off. I don't know. But as you can see, I have a red, or rather a green pot. My crit chance is right now 50% pretty much, which is pretty good. I mean, half my Qs will crit them. One game I ran 2 PGs and an IE, and my crit chance was pretty much every single auto attack would be critting, and it was awesome. Pretty much every single auto attack I'd have, he'd be using his gun to fire, because whenever he crits with his auto attacks, he uses the gun instead of the sword. So I'd be pretty much constantly firing my gun, and it's pretty sweet. So let's fast forward this a bit more. Here's another fight. Go after them. I thought I was gonna get pentakill there, but unfortunately they kind of spread apart really fast, and I couldn't do anything else after that. So here we push middle, get the turret. I mean, Mike huge chunks the hell out of that Corki. This Kha'Zix is trying to be hero mode, so we pick him up without much problems. And we got this Maokai. I get some nice Qs in there. Don't kill him though. Go after the Leona, pick her up. Karthus. Yeah, wow, Karthus actually good. I think I completely forgot about him. But I'm going after this inhibitor. I'm feeling really strong. I know that they cannot really take me. I have a lot of life stage. I do a lot of damage, and I have a GA, so it's really nice. So I'm like, all right, you know what? We got the inhibitor. Actually, no, we have the inhibitor exposed. So I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna get this blue buff, and I'm gonna live to fight another day. And here, their blue buff just spawned, and I assumed that one of them is gonna come and get it, right? So I kind of chill in here, and Nunu decides to come back with me as well. And Karthus actually decides to come here, and we've just completely obliterated him. Bang, snowball. My Qs just crit him, and dead. I mean, what could he have done there? Nothing. It's just too much. We go after the Kha'Zix, and here I barely escape. Soraka gets a really nice heal on me over the wall, and I barely survive. And Maokai pays the price. Me and Bane mop him up, no problem. Corki is trying to snipe me with his ulti, but I do have GA still, so I feel pretty strong about that. And here, with my E, I have. Speaking of which, I have a lot of move speed. The Trinity Force, the boots, of course, and the E give me some really good move speed that it lets me catch up to most people. It's really, really cool. So we pick up the inhibitor, and we back off. I get the red buff, and I'm just feeling extremely strong. I am 24, 3, and 7, and I feel like a boss. I finish it off with the last whisper, just because I want to make sure that my Qs chunk through their armor even more. And I do this Maokai. I mean, I'm starting to chunk this Maokai now too, because I have the last whisper, and it's really, really good. Because like I said, Q applies on hit effects, using up and 40% of their armor, which is really, really good. Here, I thought I was going to get a pentakill until they all went over the wall as well. I mean, quite unfortunate. I was really looking forward to a pentakill, but I couldn't get it. So let's fast forward a bit more and see what I did. So I went bottom lane and I want to push, because this is the point of the game. I'm like, alright, you know what? We're ahead, but the team score really isn't that far apart, considering I'm 26-3. So I'm like, you know, I need to start pushing towers. I need to start putting an end to this game, or else I'm going to let them catch up, and I want to let them kind of snowball back into this and maybe even kill me, because I'm pretty much the only one on my team dealing most of the damage. So if they're able to snowball up hard enough and be able to focus me down in team fights, we're probably going to lose, and I don't want that to happen. So I start making plays, and I start going behind, getting turrets, and you know, making plays like this one right there. And pretty much from here on out, we almost win the game. And yeah, so I mean, GP middle, very, very strong. When the new champion comes out, Zed, I'm going to be playing him middle probably as well, because I think he's going to be a beast champion middle, and I really want to share with you guys. So I'm gonna try him out, and I'm gonna make gameplay for you guys, and I want to show you guys how that goes. And I mean, if I ever just find new champions that I really like middle that I think are just dominant, I will share them with you guys. This is one of the first ones. I really like this GP middle, and I recommend trying it, guys. I really do. It's really good. I'll release a full gameplay of me playing this live so you guys can get a better idea. But I hope you enjoyed this commentary over this game, and I'll see you next time. Peace.